Good evening. Welcome to Sports with Jacob and Colette. We are a satisfying binge watch, I've decided. What do you think? Do you like that tagline?
I like that tagline a lot.
I think we will get us up on Netflix and binge watch all weekend. But before we start doing that, let's talk about some hockey, of course. The Red Wings and the Preds. Let's go. What's going on?
So the Wings lost a close game, 3-2. But I liked a lot of the things I saw from the Red Wings. They had some decent goaltending from Greiss. They were shooting well. They were pressuring the puck. Bobby Ryan's been a nice bright spot for the team this year. But I think a big thing for them was their breakouts out of their own zone were rough.
Okay.
I think that's a big thing they need to work on going forward. But I think if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan, you have to be happy with that game, even though you lost. Because Nashville is quite a bit better than you. They have double the wins. And you still kept it a close game. So if I'm a Red Wings fan, I wouldn't be complaining.
Okay, now I'm dying to get to this next topic of conversation because the bolded caps letter says, Sens keep losing. Oh, can we get that up somewhere on the graphics around here, please? What's going on with the Sens?
I'm very frustrated with the Senators.
Yes, I've noticed.
And I'm not even a Sens fan.
Imagine how they feel.
They get 42 shots on Hellebuck. They only get 1 goal. Matt Murray allowed 3 goals on 15 shots. And then their backup goalie allows 2 goals on 11 shots. Where's your goaltending? This is getting ridiculous. Ottawa outplays them most of the game. They have more puck possession, more shots. Hellebuck stands on his head, and they still lose. Senators fans, I'm sorry. I legitimately feel bad for you.
We're Leaf fans. We know how this feels.
We know this struggle.
Years and years of it.
Hang in tight.
Trials, tribulations.
Find another goalie. I'm hoping that Matt Murray picks up from where he did the last couple games because that was just embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I know. All kidding aside, they definitely need to do something about that. Vancouver, also, they keep losing.
I think I'm more frustrated with Vancouver than Ottawa.
Okay, why?
They shouldn't be this bad.
They've
lost 6 straight,
Yeah.
and this one's got a sting. Against Calgary, their former goalie that they said they didn't need makes 33 out of 34 saves, and they lose.
That hurts.
That's got a sting.
Yeah.
Vancouver needs to wake up and smell the coffee.
Ooh.
I don't know what they're doing out there. They're not forechecking. They're not pressuring the puck. They're not moving well. They look like a minor team out there. I'm getting very frustrated.
Yeah, I know. I can feel that energy. No worries.
It's like a team that last year had a good playoff run. They get rid of a lot of their star power, but they still have enough star power they should be able to do something. And all kidding aside, Ottawa at least is putting in the work. Vancouver's not. If you're a Vancouver Canuck player, you should be embarrassed because you are not playing up to snub at all.
Okay. Late start leads to Oilers win. What do you mean by that? This is Jacob Sports today, folks.
So we had the first COVID protocol issue in the Northern Division. Jesse Pujärvi has now been placed on the COVID-19 protocol. Now I want to remind the viewers at home, COVID protocol doesn't mean you have COVID.
Right.
It means you might have COVID, maybe you were in close contact with somebody with COVID. So we don't know yet if he has or does not have COVID.
Measures and steps they're taking to protect the rest of the team and the players, whereby they put them in quarantine.
So the Northern Division is just upping their testing game like crazy now to make sure, hey, is this just a one-off? I would imagine, I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of numbers. I think if they were really worried, they would have completely canceled the Oilers-Montreal game. But we'll wait and see. Fingers crossed the Northern Division's able to continue their low COVID numbers. Well, actually, no COVID numbers.
That's right.
But great game for Edmonton.
Yes. Okay, so I want to start off on this one. Every year, typically, my sons and I do celebrate this day tomorrow. But we used to celebrate it with Don Cherry. And we'd be outside and there'd be some outside games, there'd be a lot of hockey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Jersey Day tomorrow. So get out your jerseys, watch some hockey, wear your jerseys, and don't watch it with too many people, but watch it within your bubble. So this is a huge game, a huge day. There are 10 games that's going on tomorrow.
10 games. 6 out of the 7 Canadian teams are playing.
Okay, that's what
this is going to be legendary.
Legendary.
Because there are a lot of games that really matter in this one. The Flames and Canucks are 2 teams that are battling for that 4th spot again.
Yeah.
Canucks better get going on that.
Canucks are going to win that.
You think so?
I do.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. We also have the Sens and the Jets.
I am sitting pretty beside you right now, okay? Because I was right on that lead game.
You were.
And we're not going to let that go for a while. Okay, sorry, go on.
Then we have the Sens and the Jets at 3, and Leafs and the Habs at 7. The only Canadian team to not play, Oilers taking a night off, which is probably a good thing after what just happened with their COVID issues.
I'm calling Vancouver and Sens, and I'm keeping my comment to myself for the Leafs versus the Habs.
You're calling for the Sens. You think the Sens are going to win?
I do.
Well, for the Sens to win, they're going to need to outshoot the other team, which they've been doing lately.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot, actually. No?
Get some saves. Yeah. I don't care if you need to put a light stand in the net. I want some saves. Put me in net. Actually, don't.
Put me in, coach.
Don't do that.
Put me in.
And just some straight up puck luck. The Sens have just not been getting the bounces. That's got to turn around at some point.
Well, may the hockey gods be with them on Saturday.
And then for the Jets, if they want to not be embarrassed by losing to the Sens, they need to show up on time. They didn't play that well that game. Sure, they won, but I wasn't impressed with them.
Yeah.
Score first, because unfortunately for Ottawa, I'm afraid that as they keep losing, as soon as they get down, they're going to start to get down on themselves.
Yeah, probably.
And control puck possession.
Okay.
Those are the big ones for that. And you know what? I'm going to stick with you on that. I think the Sens are going to beat the Jets.
Okay. Of course he says that. He doesn't even remember it.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Okay, what about the Leafs? What do they need to be victorious?
You know, I think it's a lot of the same things they were doing last game. They need to make smart plays in and out of their own zone. They need to start on time. And I'm not even talking when last game they started a couple shifts late. They need to start right away. Their depth scoring, I still think, again, needs to come into play. And I want to see Anderson playing better positionally because he wasn't always in the right spot during the last game. Okay,
great. Now we still have some key players sitting out. Simmons, we know, is out for probably another 5 weeks by now with a broken wrist. And the rest of the gang, we're not quite sure. But hopefully, I have a feeling Matthews is going to do well on Saturday.
I think he will, too.
I think he's going to net too.
But for Montreal, they're still going to need to try to shut down Matthews and Marner.
Yeah, I'm still holding back my comment on the outcome.
She thinks that
I did not say this. We need one of those black squares to follow his mouth now, please. Anyways, we're moving right along. Canucks, Flames, we've covered them all. What else we got? Some Raptors this weekend?
Got the Raptors.
They are getting outplayed?
The last game they got outplayed pretty bad.
Yeah.
What really upset me was, first of all, now they're 2 games under 500. We're still in a playoff spot, but we're starting to slip again.
Okay.
Where's the rebounding? We were out-rebounded 49-32. That shows me either A, they're too small, or B, they're not hustling out there. I don't know what it is, but Nick Nurse needs to pull this unit together. And I still think they need to make a trade for a better center because they're really struggling. And, I'm just disappointed to see it. We only had 3 offensive rebounds. 3.
3, that's it? I didn't watch
1 plus 2.
That's 3, last time I checked.
3-year-old could do that math.
Yes, they could.
That's not good raps.
No, it's not.
We the North needs to pick it up. I don't care where we're playing. I don't care if we're playing in, I don't know, Idaho, Florida, Missouri, Toronto, Sault Ste. Marie. I want to see harder working basketball out there.
Okay, he's calling it. He's saying, Senators, pull your socks up. You are saying, who was the other team? Oh, Vancouver.
Vancouver
pull them
especially.
up, double up. And Raptors, let's go. Right? Are we good?
Yeah.
Is that a good summary of our sports section?
Do you want me to summarize the whole section in 3 seconds?
It is.
3, like the Raptors' offensive
3.
rebounds.
1 plus 1 is
2.
1.
It's Friday, folks. We don't need to do math today.
And we're done. I have to read the news.
But before we get to news, I just want to quickly mention, if you like us, you're not sick of us yet, we are starting a new sports show next week called 705 Sports. Yes. You're going to see stuff like this, but you're also going to see a lot more in-depth breakdown. So we'd be breaking down, for example, why Vancouver isn't winning, or why Toronto is winning, or what the Raptors need to do to start winning. And we're going to touch on more than just these major sports since we'll have more time. Like Colette's going to be talking about UFC, soccer, which is going to be great to see.
I was just going to say that. There's more to sports than just our basketball or hockey, although hockey it is. But definitely we've got some soccer, UFC coming your way, and lots of soccer if you had my way, even though Jacob and I don't see eye to eye on that. And one last thing I just wanted to say quickly, we just wanted to congratulate Robert Kalisti. He gets the amateur tryout with the Belleville Senators, and of course he's from Sault Ste. Marie.
That's awesome.
Yes, he played for the Thunderbirds and the Greyhounds, so now he's off. So good luck. All the best.
But I think you got to get back to news.
Have a great weekend. To you. I'll be right back.